Okay, so that last vlog I recorded several days ago because I was furious because I'm watching a scammer and it's really pitiful. But anyway, I just wanted to let you guys know the live update. I'm not a scam. I'm just down to earth and honest. And I had to put my basically close my eBay store. I had to put it on vacation mode because I have no way to ship out because everything's locked up. Um, and yep, I'm still homeless in my car. And a job that I've worked at for like 3 years, mostly kind of on call to 4 different stores. And the company has like 3 different name brand stores, and they're just little cheapy stores. And they have those stores about every single block in any given city. There's a lot of them. So I'm a freight person. I normally never do checking, but I helped them out this week, and now they're like trying to take advantage of it. But 12 hours is not enough. The last 2 weeks I've been scheduled 12 hours when I was promised when they brought me back recently for 20 hours to almost 40 for every week and freight only. And it's not worked out like that. And I had a serious problematic situation the other day of some really bad abuse and harassment from somebody that apparently isn't a form of management at one of our other stores, because the store is like a crash and burn. They just fired the manager, in the last 30 days, and everybody has to come in and rescue the store. Um, and most of the employees quit and got fired, so it's almost like it's being cleaned house. There's very little left of the previous employees. A lot of them quit only because they only wanted to work with that person that was managing for several years, because he didn't care. He let these people come in and out when they felt like it. Schedule meant nothing. Uh, and then it didn't make a difference if they called in or not. They always had a job, and it was real casual, lax, and they kind of really didn't do much of what their job was assigned to be. It was just kind of like a bunch of wandering Jews collecting paychecks, and the store was absolutely trash for about 4 years. Corporate finally, shut it down and said, "Look, bye bye," and that was it. Finally, they've been down several times through the years and never made a move, and the store's losing gigantic money. It's a very large frame type of store out of all the ones in about a 100-mile radius, and so it's a horrible loss of money. And now, because it's a horrible loss of money, and it's been a horrible loss of money for like the past 4 or 5 years, they're banking on revenue that's from last year plus about a 7% markup to that, because most businesses do that. They have a perspective for outlook for the next going year of what they should have for revenue, and then they're going to base all the payroll accounts on that too. So they're only allotting so much when we need so much more, especially to pull the store back together, because we're trying to pull the store back together and keep it up to date. And it's two entirely different things, and we just don't have the payroll to accommodate us. And so it's like we're chasing it constantly. It's like water running out of a bottle. You can't stop it. The merchandise is going out the door, and there's not enough payroll to accommodate for us to keep it up. We're trying to get it stocked because it was vacant when we got there. And I've worked the store before several times in the past 3 years because I was called over there to help and do freight. Um, it was really strange because he would have like 10 people working a shift and nothing was getting done. And it was like, whoa. And I come in there and I'm like doing everybody's job. I don't care. They pay me. I come in there. I've worked the best I can. And, oh well, hopefully they'll call me back. So that's the way it is. But anyway, so I cannot, especially with the transition of like a month and a half of getting my clock-in numbers turned back on, which could have been intentional. I don't know. The person that's handling that is a manager of another store far away, and I don't know that I know her or have ever seen her or anything, but it's just been kind of drug out. But again, she has to handle her store and oversee this other one. She's the only one that can get in the computer to do it. No one else at that store that I'm working can access it because corporate has set her as like the guardian. So maybe it's too much work for her to run the two stores without being present. There is another guy locally that's not far away that's a hot shot that's worked for the company like 25 years, and he can do a much better job, and he's closer by. And when we have problems at the store where somebody needs to be present to fix, the baler or whatever, he can just run from across town and just do it. And he, I've known him to handle other stores that needed, restructuring because of things like this. But anyway, so it's messy. But in the meantime, I don't have time to play. I've got everything up in the air right now, worse than I've ever had. So not being able to work and then tell me, oh yeah, tomorrow we'll get it done. Oh, it'll be next week. And it's dragged on. And no one was basically hiring because we weren't close to spring break. It's a tourist area. So I'm looking for jobs day and night, on Indeed and stuff, going to different businesses and car lots and everything, and can't get a job. And now they're just starting to open up for hiring, and I've got 2 jobs in limbo right now, and I've just finally got my paperwork from yesterday's interview that I've got to fill out immediately, and I might have a possibility of going to work tomorrow, but I won't get paid for 2 weeks. And that's not a good thing, because I have got this. Right now, with the storages, I have this. Okay, and that's my little office storage. This is my eBay store, and this is one that's lean that will go up for auction on the 15th with a bunch of my fabric and a sewing machine and a printer in there. This has to be paid immediately. They don't like late over there, or they're evicting the whole thing. I do not have the money. My car's running bad, and I do not have the money for a U-Haul, nor to get storages in another place. And plus, I've got to work this new job too, so I can work with the other job and make some revenue. Because I don't want to quit the other job that I've worked for a long time, even though it was problematic the other day. But, I've got to make money. So, anyway, yeah. So my eBay store is not running right now. I can't ship nothing. I can't send offers. If I send an offer, I've got 9 offers right now. If I send an offer, it overrides the store being on vacation mode, and I have to ship immediately, and I have no way to get to my eBay store. So my biggest problem is my lien. That's $164.50 with the late charges and that, and he's withholding the $100 auction fee, which he could get in a lot of trouble for that. So he's offering me to pay that. And then my eBay store is $232.66. Total is $397.16 to bail out the lien one, and my eBay store so I can operate and get some revenue, because it looks like sales are starting to roll with tax returns, and my eBay's been slow for 3 months. But I still got sales. So the night they were to lock it up, I had a sale for over $100 for some shoes. Now, after eBay takes all their fees and all that junk, it ends up being a $79 thing to deposit to my account. And then it takes 4 days from the tracking to get it going. So, before it gets deposited. So, I'm running hot against the wire, and I still have to have gas and try to be able to afford something to eat at least once a day. And sometimes I have to skip a day or two. So, I'm just being honest with you. So, hopefully, I can get the lien thing paid right away. And then, hopefully, I can get the eBay store open and try to get caught up and get these other units paid off. Because I'm running out of time quick. Because if it hits to the next month, they're gone. It goes up 20% every time it hits a late fee. As a matter of fact, I think they have another late fee in the middle. No, it'll be on the 1st through the 5th will be another 20. And then the middle will hit another 20% on top of that. And then it'll go into auction lien. and then it's an extra $100 each unit you have to pay on top of all that before it even goes to auction. So it just gets really messy. So anyway, you know, this other new job too that I'm gonna add to what I'm doing, which will basically be my third job, because I have my eBay store that I'm normally operating, which is not operational now. And then I have my freight job, which there's not enough hours that I was promised. I can't do 12 hours a week. And then the two new jobs that are pending, and the one that hopefully, if I can get this paperwork done that I just got sent to me, like 10 different things I've got to fill out on the internet, I might be able to get to work tomorrow, but payday's not for 2 weeks. So, and I'm not a scammer, and I really don't like to hustle my subs or anything like that. I don't advertise my eBay store on my YouTube at all, because I'm not really there to promote my store. I'm just there to teach people how to resell and other things in life and other businesses and stuff, and be your friend. So, and I'm down to earth honest. I'm not going to portray something that I'm not. I'm not perfect any more than you are. So, and I'm not asking you to donate or any of that. You know, if you wish to, you can. But I'm going to update you and let you know as we go. Because still I've got to have my car phone service. So I have a phone. I've got to have a phone boondocking in the car. 2, I've got to have a phone when I get my eBay store turned back on, so that I can ship out and make labels. Because I booted to my computer, which is locked up in the storage. I can't keep a lot of stuff in the car. Now it's starting to get warm, and it will fry the computer if I keep it in the heat. Plus, I don't have a lot of room in the car, and it was kind of like you lock the doors and turn around, hold your breath, and walk away. It's very, very hard. Very, very hard. So, I normally have a PayPal connect in my vlogs. Because I'm not live, it's not going to automatically load. So I guess I'll have to hand key it. If you want to donate, you can. Otherwise, I appreciate you watching the vlog, and I'm going to update you as we go along. We'll see what happens. But I'm still checking out other jobs too, just in case, because I'm not waiting around if it takes forever to get in this one job. I do know the other job that I would rather have that pays more will take at least a week to get through, because they're having a seminar thing this week, and there's no way for me to make that because I'm supposed to be at work at my other job, which, who knows, that's kind of messy right now, and maybe I won't even get that shift because there's some weird problems, and I haven't had time to vlog about that, but it's some silliness. But anyway, I hate working for other people, but you know, you got to suck it up sometimes and do it. So anyway, I just wanted to give you an update. My biggest problem is the lien storage number 378 at $164.50, because it's going to go to auction on the 15th. That's with the 20% late fees on there, and without the $100 auction fee. And that's absolutely got to be paid as ASAP. And then the one that I need the most is my eBay store, which is number 377 at $232.66. Which makes it a total of $397.16. So that's where my biggest concern